tradition.
From there on.
He was on his way out. He's made his comeback now.
Good afternoon.
My phone looks texting you.
I wouldn't want to go down that, would you?
No, it's really old stuff on.
Yeah, I bet. We'll start the day with Roger.
Hi Frank.
Hi.
Right. First of all, Antonio Rudiger, you haven't had a chance to work with him much since you've been here, but apparently he says he's fit and ready to go. Is he going to feature against Watford this week?
No, he's not fit. I saw the quotes, whether there's a miscommunication somewhere. He's not fit. He's going to see a consultant on Monday because he has an ongoing issue in his pelvic area, which is bothering him. So I was also a bit surprised by the quotes, and then it's a miscommunication. He's not there.
How long do you think then? He says ongoing.
I would have to wait for the Monday consultant to give their view, so I can't give you any more.
It's disappointing for you that he's a player that was established here. He's had so many injury problems with him, or was it a great chance for the others?
No, every player in the squad that's not available is disappointing, but it comes with the territory. Injuries are there. Himself and Golo, obviously top players, and were carried over injuries from last season, and they're different injuries now, but it's been a domino effect. So the players will be more frustrated than anyone else, because there's nothing worse than being a player when you can't have input into what the team's doing every week. Disappointing for me, because I want to be able to select from them, and then of course that brings opportunities for other players, and because we need to maintain levels. So we'll keep going, and as soon as both of them are fit, and Golo's close, to be fair, and Golo is working with the team now, then we'll be all the better for that.
I was going to ask you about that, because you were saying you were hoping to be back with the team by the end of this week. How far away is he at Ajax next week?
Possibly.
Possibly 50-50?
Yeah. Yeah.
But any other concerns though going into this weekend?
No, Ross Barkley's still not quite right, and he's another one that is unfortunately a possibly answer for you, but it's not far away. So Andreas Christensen is pretty much fit as well. So it's the sort of, for them, it's the finishing touches for a few of these ones of the difference between fit and match fit, and I'm quite big on making sure that we train in that middle period so that players can come back into training at the level that they left, or the level that we need, so that then they're ready to play games. They can't just walk straight back in after injury, so we have a little bit of a progression. You got
so used to winning on that winning streak that you had until midweek. Were there any issues about bouncing back, or did you just take that in your stride and move on?
I think we certainly have to take it in our stride. It's a different competition to what the bulk of those games have been where we've won. We made 6 changes. We came up against a strong Manchester United team, and I think we were, having watched the game back again, sometimes a cold light of day, you see even more. I think the first half was pretty dour stuff in a way. We cancelled each other out. Second half, I thought we were the better team, and without the wonder strike from Rashford, and fair play, that's what great teams have, is great quality and individuals to change the game. They won it, but in terms of chances, the biggest thing I take out of the game was that if we're not clinical enough, which we haven't been at home this season, games can always go against you. We're creating, so we must take chances at home.
I'm going to ask you about one of your players, Pulisic. You sort of eased him into the team. Fantastic performance the other day. Then is he now looking a player that you're ready to stick in and sort of be your main man now?
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Christian was he pretty much started the season like that. He played the Super Cup, didn't start Manchester United, started the next few games. That's the competition that we have. So people sort of seem to think that was his debut against Burnley. It wasn't, far from it. He's had input into then, and he's been a bit of a special case, as I explained after Burnley. Short break, big transfer, different league. But yeah, of course, performances like last week give him the opportunity to throw himself in there, and let's see him reproduce that sort of stuff.
A couple more from me. First of all, a general one. They were asking all managers about you had a few players out with England at the Bulgaria game. We've now seen what the punishment is. I think a lot of football officials is quite lenient. £65,000 fine, 1 game, closed stadium. In your opinion, is it too lenient, and is it a case where you now think, well, England left it in UEFA's hands, they observed the protocol, but next time round will it be something for them to maybe take? I
wouldn't comment on that, on what's next time, because I think that has to be seen, and the England squad, I think, should make those decisions themselves. I thought they handled it brilliantly in Bulgaria, as we all saw. I think that was well recognised, not just hopefully in England, but in worldwide, and hopefully by UEFA. And I agree with your first point that the punishment wasn't enough.
Last one, Roger.
Sure. More light-hearted one, this one. I saw something with Vicarage Road. He was a bit upset at some of the FIFA stats. He said he was slower than Callum Hudson-Odoi, and he thinks he's faster than Mason Mount says that Vicarage is the fastest player in the club. Just thought as the manager, could you clear it up?
Well, I'm surprised with Tomori. Yeah, he's fast. He's very fast. I'm not sure about clearing it up. I remember FIFA cards when I was, I think I was about 37 years of age, and my pace was 35. So I was actually slower than my age, which was really strange. So I take those rankings with a pinch of salt. So should Tomori, and the best thing for him to do would be to show it every game he plays, which he has done so far.
Is he quicker than Callum?
I'm not getting involved in those arguments.
Okay. Moose.
You go to a Watford team tomorrow that haven't won yet, you'll be expected to win. Are those games more dangerous, even with the young players and what they've achieved this season?
Without a doubt. I'm very much of that mindset. Firstly, I look at us, what can we do? And ever since we have been on the winning run, which obviously ended in midweek, but the game became more dangerous because of the idea of any overconfidence, which I work against. So we must certainly be there generally. And also we must understand that a team of the quality of Watford, we saw what they did last year. We know that the personnel were very similar to what they were doing last year and getting big results and regularly being a very strong team and making the FA Cup final. And we cannot underestimate a team that will be hurting because they haven't won for a while and will have every ambition to try and win this game. So I certainly have even more focus on what we need to do.
Because of the competition for top 4, top 6 this season, and because of the difference in your squad from what it has been in the past in terms of young players in it, are these the sort of games as well you have to target winning?
Well, you do all of them. I understand your point. On paper, you look at us going to a team that are bottom of the league. But every game in this league has huge challenges. One of the challenges is that they'll be a bit wounded through that, and the other challenge is that they're a good team, as I just said. So we had the good thing about our winning run was that we dealt with challenges. We dealt with Burnley and their type of football. We dealt with Newcastle, how they came to the bridge, and so Watford will be another challenge, another test, not just for young lads, for us to show. Hopefully, because if you want to be top 4 and you want to be where we do want to be, you have to show consistency, and that's why I'm not getting overexcited with the winning run, because we've got a long way to go. So yeah, carry it on Saturday.
And how big is this week in terms of one more week, then there's the last international break of the year, so I know you've got 3 big games, this one, Ajax and then Palace. Focusing the minds of players, just give me everything you've got for one more week, and then there's that little mental break.
You should do the team talk. That's what it is. That's what it is. Give everything. I mean, that should always be the way, and at this level, it has to be the way. But yeah, you can deal with blocks of games. I do remember the feeling of losing, dropping points against Sheffield United and going into an international break, and the difference between winning at Southampton and going into an international break. We've had a good period for sure, but that could be easily lost in these next 3 games. So I agree with what you're saying. We must give absolutely everything, every drop in this next week. Try to get the 3 results, and then they can all go and do what they do.
I could be a manager.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question, Lindsay.
Frank, have you got a tough selection dilemma now with Pulisic and Hudson-Odoi for this weekend?
Yes, I think I have, because then you say Pedro and Willian as well, and they're obviously top class players at different stages in their career, but can give us big input as well. So I've said that regularly. Particularly, I get asked about Christian recently. There is competition in those places specifically, and that's good. Keeps them on edge. That gives me a problem, but it's a good one, and keeps them trying to perform to keep their place.
And does that mean that you're going to continually try and rotate them?
Not necessarily, no. I mean, I'll go as I see it, and we changed slightly in midweek. I felt it was a game where we had to rotate across the pitch to give minutes to younger players generally. But I'm not here to rotate for the sake of it. I understand players that want momentum and want to play, and there's not the pressure that if you have one game below par, then you don't play. It can't be that extreme, but it's just choices I need to make every week.
Okay, cameras off, please.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers, Moose.